dias. What I'm doing to start off today, because I'm going to try and find out if we can get up there, we're going to go to one of the oldest areas of Nottingham that my father used to like a lot, which was the Lace Market. There's again more sandstone, so you can see how it's built on top of sandstone. What interests me in particular here is this colour of the wall. That's to do with the railway lines, that colour. So yeah, we're entering the English Borough, as it was called. I'm really glad I found this. I didn't know this was open. And here we can see the old cobbled streets. Oh, this is cool. So there's some there on the right hand side, left hand side even, get my bearings correct. That's the old lace factory. And that's where my father was a teacher for many years. In this building here, which is called the Adams building. There should be a plaque somewhere. Yeah, there is. Stunning building. Here on the left hand side, the Broadway Cinema, that is still going, and that's where my dad used to love coming to watch old cinema. Have a look at this. Wow, that's something else. Look at that. Stunning. The Bell Inn, built on top of caves. In memory of my father, who loved mussels with chips. Good morning. What we're doing in Nottingham? Well, today my father would have been 100. So happy birthday to Papa up in heaven. Well, what we're doing today is we're going to walk around and I'm going to show my wife some old parts of Nottingham, and I'm also going to go to places where my dad often went, because he went different places obviously in Nottingham. So we're going to go past the Broadway at some point, the Broadway Cinema, because he used to go there. We're going to go to the Bell Inn when it opens and show you the oldest pub in Nottingham. The oldest, or is it the oldest in England? Nah, I think it's the oldest in Nottingham, but there's a debate about that. Some people say it's a Salutation Inn, some people say it's your old trip to Jerusalem. I'm pretty sure it was the Bell Inn. It's got a lot of history behind it anyway, because there was a monastery around there, friars and some other things, which I'm going to add details onto the video after. I'll do some editing after. But yeah, where are we going first? Well, we're going to go to one of the oldest parts of Nottingham. Actually, let me just check something while I'm here. I was going to come down this way first, the canal. It says something about the canal at Wall, but they were planning to do some like cafes in between these arches. What's this then? We are coming on the canal one day. We're going to do a walk, but I'm just waiting because I've had like insect bites, so I don't want to be too near to water. What's this then? There was a bomb shelter. Where was that? I have to look into that. There was a bomb shelter. Mind you, there's a lot of shelters in Nottingham. A lot of war shelters because of the caves underneath Nottingham. Anyway, we're off to narrow Marsh today to start our walk. This, of course, is the old railway that ended up near Victoria Station and now it's the tram route as well. But that's the old bridge there. That's Nottingham College. A lot has changed here in the past few years. I'm getting confused when I see new things. What was there before? Do you remember? Well, now we've got Nottingham College there, right in the middle of it. And the new Borough Marsh to the left. Is this still a police thing? It used to be a police thing down here. I think it is still a police thing. This is this new bus station and car park. Not even been in there yet. But this is all relatively new. And I still remember the old bus station. That's one of the courts. Now you can see more evidence of the old bridge actually behind there. Just along there. But that railway obviously went all the way up to near the Thurland pub. I have a bit of a nosy in here. I've not seen it since it's been done up. That used to be the way into Marsh shopping centre. So yes, considerably changed. Modernised. First is the best word. Completely modernised. Got some memories of catching the bus here to my secondary school back in the day. That was the 𝐓𝐘𝐒 school. Anyway, we're off to Narrow Marsh today to start our little journey, little trip in Nottingham to see some old buildings. I don't know if you know, Nottingham was in two different sections back in the day. The French section and the English section. So yeah, there was two boroughs many years ago. The French and the English borough. We're going to show you a bit of both today as we walk through and show places where my father loved to go in Nottingham. I see you can still get buses here. National Express. Cool. That's what we used to do back in the day when we used to go to London if we didn't get the train. This is an area that's changed over the years a lot. There used to be like skateboarding things here when I was younger. I don't know if there still is or not, but yeah. As you know, under there, guys, we've got the Caves of Nottingham. There's a museum under there. What I'm doing to start off today, because I'm going to try and find out if we can get up there, we're going to go to one of the oldest areas of Nottingham that my father used to like a lot, which was the Lace Market. I was going to say it was part of the English borough, but it wasn't, because the English borough was actually on top of the hill. This bit down here was part of Narrow Marsh, and Narrow Marsh was a famous slum in Nottingham, very well known. This area down here with a lot of industries. I quite like some of this graffiti. It's quite spectacular, isn't it? Look at this. I know they say graffiti ruins stuff. I don't think it does. Shows a bit of creation, a bit of art in the area. I haven't really got a problem with graffiti in general. These posts that were made here, they were designed in a kind of graffiti style, don't you think? So more or less where we were now, where that door is, well, it's not a door, but that entrance there was where there was an old entrance there to the bus station back in the day, if you remember, in the 80s and 90s. That door there where it says an entrance just there, it's for the Caves of Nottingham. That's the Nottingham Contemporary that is closed today. I was going to go in there because my dad liked it. I do have one thing to tell you. Right under there where them grey doors are was where the tunnel went. Not sure what that is. But yeah, we're going to walk down to the old slums of Nottingham where it was well famous. And there's a lot of things to see here. We need to look around. I'm sure my wife will find things as well to take photos of. There's a lot of old things still here. There's a lot of caves, a lot of dwellings still here, there and about. I don't remember what was here. How can I not remember what was here? Where the college is. I think it was just factories and stuff. But look, there's an old example of something old. There we've got buildings coming out. We're trying to find a few different roads here that are really famous as well. What's in here then? Nothing. Caves. Old dwellings in there. Don't know why that's been left like that. No idea. But yeah, we're on the outskirts of the English Borough, it was called. And there's some amazing examples here of sandstone with the buildings right on top of them. And that is the English Borough up there. There's some more. I can see some sandstone sticking out over there. Them arches there, what were they for? Was that some like kind of entrance there in the past? I don't know. I just realised up there at the top somewhere is the Galleries of Justice as well. I believe it's right up there actually. Right where we are now is the old Galleries of Justice. Not the old, it's a museum. Look what I've just spotted. 1833 it says up there. Can you see that? Never noticed that there actually. I bet that's been there for ages. But I'm pretty sure that's the Galleries of Justice there. The museum. And there was another entrance just there. You can see that. I never really come right next to it, so I've never really noticed. But yeah, all this area down here then, guys, obviously not where the college is, but all this was part of the old slums of Nottingham. Well-known area. Very poor, but very well known. Just like the one near the meadows, actually. But this one even more. This was called Narrow Marsh. I'm just looking at this wall here. Also along there somewhere, we'll walk across there afterwards, is where the Guildhall was. Another old building. What's going on here then? I wonder if this is part of the museum as well, because inside the museum there is the old prison. And that looks like a prison right there. Never seen it from here. But yeah, we're having a walk around. My father really liked this area. That's why he used to come to the Broadway Cinema. Here we go again with a little arch. Just there. That would have been some entrance to something. There we can see sandstone behind the house again. Taking another little clip of this. This is cool. Can you see another bit of a dwelling there sticking out? And that's all sandstone. Wow. More of this. Look how it's all grown. But yeah. Old stone there. There was railway around here, I know that, but look at all this. That's some kind of entrance there, blocked off. I reckon it's caves. You are on CCTV. Hello. So yeah, look, you can see more examples of that. Would have been something right there. Then just underneath this building, we've got more sandstone there sticking out. It's quite incredible, really. But yeah, this was the very old part of Nottingham, Narrow Marsh. That was nice what we just spotted there. Now I'm going to head towards London Road Island, near where the BBC is. And then go left and then come back up the next street. Just spotted that. There's that way I'm trying to find. See that walkway there? Just there. That's where I'm hoping to get to, but I don't know if it's open to the public. It was for a while, so it'd be nice if we could get there. You can see the castle in the horizon, but yeah. It'd be nice to see. I'll try and find an old picture of Narrow Marsh and put it on top, because I'm starting to put... What have we found here? More stuff. Yeah. Look at that. Good example of new and old. But look at all the sandstone there and everyone's gardens. Lucky guys. There's even factories behind there. You can see the triangular shapes behind there. Palm trees down here. What's going on? So yeah, we've come out of Narrow Marsh area. Beautiful down there. And we're going to show you a few more caves and stuff about, and a few more buildings in general. That one was built not that long ago, and then they stopped near COVID times because they didn't have enough money to carry it on, and then it finally finished. That used to be something to do with framework, but I would like to know what it was back in the day, because it's got a little tower on it. BBC Island, BBC Studios. They're all, I believe, student flats up there, or apartments. But there is a walkway up, and that's what I'm trying to find. This looks quite old, you know. This little... You know what I'm like, finding old things. Right, we're going to cut through down here on the right hand side. And hopefully we can find the way up. If it's open. If it's not, then it's not. This is quite a new building as well. I've just noticed where the steps are that have been cordoned off. Can you see, guys? Just there. That's a shame. But I had a feeling they were cordoned off. However, there is a walkway up somewhere. Is that also cordoned off? Don't know, but here we have again more examples of the sandstone there. This has obviously been done in the old style, because look, we've got a bit like the Nottingham contemporary. This obviously is, this is metal. However, it's been done in that way to commemorate Nottingham as the lace industries.
Lace market.
That's why it's called Lace Market, yeah. It's not the prettiest of buildings, but I see what they've tried to do. Bit of old and new. Right, Malin Hill and short stairs. This would be interesting if we can get up here. Oh yes, we can get up. That's great. Let's go and have a look at this, guys. And here starts the English Borough. In an old map you'll see the French Borough and the English Borough. And this was the English Borough. And we're going to see a good view from there. That is well known as well back in history. Short stairs. It's a well known cut through that goes up to high pavement. So yeah, unplanned walks are normally the best, but obviously I've done my research before. My wife's just taken a photo there because you can see the old sandstone. Now then, this is your fault, babe. What was this for? It would have been for something. So yeah, we're entering the English Borough, as it was called. I'm really glad I found this. I didn't know this was open. And here we can see the old cobbled streets. Oh, this is cool. So there's some kind of building here, because you can see the different walkways here, look. And you can see the old structure here. And we're right on top of where we were earlier when we were walking up. When we were looking down from Narrow Marsh, we could see the cave side with buildings on top of them. That's where we are now. Oh, we're going to see a view here. This is going to be cool. Hola! Look at that, guys. Nice view that is. Get my wife to take some pictures of that. Look at that. Beautiful. Stunning. Right, we're going to carry on walking along here. I don't know what this was down here. It's like an old fireplace. And here we have more evidence of sandstone. Right here, guys. Look at that. As you know, Nottingham was built on a lot of sandstone. There's been a nice little walk up, actually. I'm quite happy I found that. Old Nottingham, which I wanted to show you. And this is, of course, in memory of my dad today, who would have been 100. He loved this area. And that's one of the main reasons why I brought you down here, or up here. This just behind here is where the old steps were. And as you know, it's been cut off now. But they were here. Look at that view. Wow. They were here and they were... I thought they were going to do them for people, but it looks like they haven't in the end. Is this an old lamp post as well? Possibly. And this is called Malin Hill. So yeah, here for a while. Oh, it says there they're doing it now. Restoration project. Look at that. There were the old steps going down there. Beautiful. Now I've got something up here. What does that say?
Long stairs.
Longstairs is a medieval thoroughfare, once linking the narrow marsh where we were earlier to the summit of the cliff, which is where we are now. 90 feet above it. It has a varied and fascinating history, and although public access is no longer possible, it remains a proud part of Nottingham's heritage. Yeah, I know. Look at that. Beautiful. Right, we're going to carry on walking up here again. That's an old thing, isn't it? Would you say that's old?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was called Commerce Square. To do with the old commerce, can't even say it, in the area. I found out the other day these things were for holding up walls. There we got, again, some old lamps. Look we have here. And this house to my right is very old as well. You can tell. We've got St. Mary's. Beautiful. Beautiful. We've been past there in the past. Didn't we come here with Little Man or Jay? I can't remember. Trivet Square. Actually, we're going down this way. That church that you can see there, because we're not going that way today, that church you can see there is the old pitch and piano. Well, it's not the old, it is the pitch and piano. And that building you can see just in front of it is the Galleries of Justice that I was showing you from that side earlier. Now, why am I not going that way? Well, as I told you earlier, I'm going to show you the areas that my dad liked walking around and where he went. And he went, amongst other places, to the Broadway Cinema. So I'm going to have a look at that today and pass also the college, which was called Clarendon College and then New College, the college where he was a teacher. So yeah, we're in the English Borough, that's what it was called. When we get to the French Borough, where the Bell Inn pub is, where we're going today as well, well, we'll have to speak some French there. Because my dad was a big fan of France, per se. He actually went to university in La Sorbonne in Paris. Short Hill. That's another nice little cut through there. We've got more cave dwellings and stuff at the bottom of this road. So, a lot of the lace in this area, the factories were on this road, Stony Street. A lot of them. And we're going to show you a wasnt building further down. We're going to show you a really old area here, which is an old area. This is the Lace Market. For obvious reasons, it's called the Lace Market. We're going to show you where an old pub has been there for many years, amongst other pubs in Nottingham. That one has got caves underneath it as well. That's called the Old Angel. And we're going to show you the building where both my mum and dad actually were teachers. But because I'm showing you where my dad used to go, I'll show you where he used to teach. And that's called the Adams Building. And that also was a lace factory. These are all really old streets. Really old. Looks like some of them are like studios and apartments now. So this is Plump Tree. Here we see more evidence of old sandstone being used for different things here. Authentic Spanish food. Well, that's news to me. I didn't even know that was here. Hola! I was coming to show you where the old chapel was. I didn't even know there was a Spanish restaurant here. I'm just going to show you where the old chapel was, or is, Unitarian Chapel. And this building to the right hand side as well, which is very pretty. If you can see that there. In fact, the whole area is really pretty. No shine away from that. But yeah, here we have a chapel. In fact, this building's old as well. I'm going to try and look at it from that side. But I do like that building there on the right. Something about it. So yeah, I was just checking the different kinds of style on this road. There's quite a lot of different styles of buildings. That one is quite different to the rest of them. This one looks really nice as well. And the one where I'm outside, I'll swing the camera around, which is this one here. Looks a little bit like the Adams building we're going to show you in a minute. Some really, really beautiful buildings in this area. Wow. As I say, a lot of them were factories, textile factories, all sorts around here. And we have the Spanish restaurant again. Beautiful. Why is this high up here then? Here's an interesting one. There's a door there that looks like an entrance door, but it's higher than the actual pavement. That's an entrance. Or was it an entrance? I don't know. But yeah, Plumtree Street is a very old street. They're all very old around here. Beautiful. (1902). I've never spotted that lion there. That's cool. Broadway, another very old street in Nottingham. They're all old around here. There's an area which is a bit of a hippie area that we're coming to. That's called Hockley. My dad liked it around there as well because that's where the Broadway Cinema is. But these buildings here are all old and they all form part of the old lace factories in the area. Lots of old buildings around here. Just gonna check something if it's still here. There used to be a cut through here. I'm not sure if it's still there. No way through now. Like a back alley. Last time we did a video around Nottingham, we were in the Park estate. And I spoke to you about wasnt And that building there is another wasnt building. And you can tell just by looking at it, his style. Completely his style. Look at that. That's a stunning building. Beautiful. We've got the ice stadium at the end of there. See, this belongs to Nottingham College now. It used to belong to actually New College. And that's where my father was a teacher for many years. In this building here. Which is called the Adams building. There should be a plaque somewhere. Yeah, there is. Stunning building. But yeah. Both my mother and father were both teachers in here. But especially my dad, who taught Spanish in here, because there used to be a language department at the top. And there's something about Thomas Adams. That's why it's called the Adams building. Somewhere along here, if you didn't know, there's a little window. I'm going to show you now if I can find it. But rest in peace, Dad, and happy birthday. So, there's a little plaque thing for people with Braille. And where's the little window? There used to be a little window around here. Is it not here anymore? No, they must have moved it then. Oh, it's here. It's behind here, guys. But you can't see it unless you zoom in. It's a little stained glass window. Let's try that again like we did last time. Can't quite see that. But it's definitely behind there. It's an old stained glass window. I'm happy they've covered it, actually. But yeah, that was the Adams building, where my dad was a teacher. That's the old pub where they've got caves underneath it. The Angel Micro Brewery it's called now. It used to be called the Old Angel. And it's got a load of caves under there. One of the most famous old pubs in Nottingham. There's quite a lot of them. It says something there actually. Let's go and have a look what it says there. Alan Silito, oh yeah, the local author drank in this fine pub. Well, that's cool. There's a lot of epic buildings around here. Look at that one there. All you have to do is look up in Nottingham. Look up and you're going to find some epic buildings. So yeah, my father absolutely loved this area, which is now Hockley. That's the lace market. And this is Hockley we're coming into. And he loved this area and it reminded him of Paris. Le Quartier Latin in Paris. And he used to come here a lot to this area. And it's still more or less how it used to be. There's still a lot of funky little independent shops here. Lots of different shops. It's a well-known area for that. Lots of independent cafes, lots of independent clothes shop. I don't know if Ice 9 is still there. Yes, it is. Ice 9 is still there. Wow. That's been there for years, Ice 9, on that corner. 1979. Beautiful. They're still there. It's good to see. Also, Paramount Picture Framers. My father used to go there to frame his artwork. Lots of little shops about. But yeah, Ice 9 has been there pretty much all my life. Well, it has. I was born in 1980 and it says 1979 on it. Just on the right hand side there where it says Oxfam, that used to be the original Boots store. Right there. Bet you didn't know that, did you? The old Boots store there on the right hand side in that building there. Now, one of the places my dad used to come a lot to was this picture framer here, which has been here for quite a while. I'm hoping it's still owned by the same person. His name's Edwin. In fact, this man has bought art off me in the past. And he used to frame my art as well. Yes, he's still here. Wow. The man is still here. Man is still working hard. I think one of the main reasons why my father always came here as well is this shop is typically the kind of shop you would find somewhere like in Paris, in France. It's got that thing about it. It's not only a framer, but it's also like a gallery. So my father would have been attracted to stuff like this. Anyway, we're going to spin round, go back this way. In fact, I'm going to show you an old house over here on the right. And then we're going to cut through onto Broadway. We're going to go and have a coffee at the Broadway Cinema. Because that's where my dad went pretty much every day. Not every day, but a lot of the time. If this is closed or not, the Jam Cafe doesn't look too open to me. Which is a shame, unless it's open at night. It's like an indie cafe. They used to have really good bands in here. And very good food, actually. And just notice at the top, some old looking windows. I've been looking at that a lot recently. But yeah, the picture framer, Paramount Picture Framer, is still there. And I'm happy to see it's still there. Can you see that? That looks like an old cottage there. Be interested to know what that was actually. That is pretty, isn't it? Just stuck there in the middle. Then we've got the People's Hall. That's 1854. Then we've got a Tudor looking building a bit further down. On the right hand side as well. Lots of beautiful buildings in this area. There's no doubt about it. But my father, of course, loved to walk around here. I believe this building here was a library and meeting rooms, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. That's another beautiful building there on the right hand side. It's got a really old windows as well. Talking about windows, we've got more old windows here. Stained windows, stained glass. And we've got a little number 222 there with an old little portal entrance. Beautiful buildings around here. Where it says there, Mammoth, that used to be an old little mini cinema, just there. I remember it well. Now then, Broad Street. Here on the left hand side, the Broadway Cinema. That is still going. Still going, and that's where my dad used to love coming to watch old cinema. Right there. And it looks closed. And there was me going to go in for a coffee. Never mind. I have to go somewhere else. I'm just passing anyway. I don't know if they've got mainstream films now, but they used to have really like, look, different ones from different countries, Academy winning stuff, and they used to have different festivals. In fact, there was one called Shots in the Dark. Another old house there on the left, building. Rough Trade is well known. That's where your sister came, isn't it? Didn't your sister come there to watch something? Yeah. Old buildings everywhere. Look at that. So yeah, it's a shame the Broadway Cinema wasn't open. But this is called Goose Gate. I think we're going to just go and see where the old Boots building was while we're here. Just spot a little, like, windows sticking out of different houses. A really old area. That used to be a little walkway up. Is that still a walkway there? Yeah, that's still there. So this is called Hockley. And there, where it says the larder, I think that's not even open anymore neither. A lot of places have closed, unfortunately. That's where the old Boots, so the Boots chemist that you go to nowadays, which began in Nottingham, that's where the original building was, right here. Lots of little cafes. Independent businesses are big in this area, really big. Bar Iberico. That's got to be Spanish as well with that name. It is. That's a Spanish bar. There's quite a few Spanish places then, I've noticed. Scattered about. What's going on there? They nicked my YouTube name. No, I'm joking. Pizza Pilgrims. This used to be a jeweler shop. W. Taylor, 1854. Gonna head down towards the square, which was actually the French borough. Bonjour. Ça va? Where was the cut-off point there? I think we're still in the English borough here. But I do believe that the French borough was more or less where St. Peter's Church is, and then all the left side of the market square. That's mad. I did there, this is Faraday's nice building, I did there once an art exhibition. That's closed. And then I was part of another one that was here, because all this area is very arty as well. Is this still here? Yeah. That's cool, this place. This has been here for donkey's years. Cobden Chambers. Again, lots of exciting little businesses here. Obviously most of them are closed now, but there's a lot of factory history in this area. Little old factories here, little old buildings. Look at that, beautiful. Old chimney there. It says there about Cobden Chambers just there. This jewellery shop's been here for a long time. Bodega, another old building. That building on the corner, Watson Fothergill, but not the normal orange brick. And on this right corner, as we switch around here, is another old, well, it's an old pub, the Thurland, which my father used to go in there sometimes as well. And in that pub, they've got caves underneath, because that road there, where I'm pointing, is where the railway line went, just there, underneath, like a little kind of tunnel that went under there. Old buildings again. My dad used to go in there as well, and look at that for a building. Now it's not the typical orange brick, but look how big it is. It was All Saints shop when I was younger. Now I believe it's a pub. Probably not open anyway. But it is an old wasnt 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒 building. They seem to do this in a different colour brick. Oh, look at that, it's a massive building. Right, let me try and see. This is the Thurland I was on about here. Right underneath where we are here, there was a tunnel that went to the Victoria station, which is now Victoria Shopping Centre. Look at that. Wow. I've just noticed as well at the top, something right at the top. Try and zoom in there. Look at them things right there at the top. Wow. What a fine building that is. Beautiful. What does it say there? Established 1834. There's a lot of really pretty features on this building. There's it there again, 1882. There's another chambers here somewhere. Yeah, where's that? Not bank chambers, that was an old bank. Oh, is it possible then this whole building was a bank? That is possible, actually. But look at the style, every different kinds of architecture in the same building. It was a bank? Yeah, yeah.
National Westminster Bank.
Oh yeah, well spotted. It says National Westminster Bank. What, this whole building? Wow. There we got something about Lord Byron. Something about Lord Byron just there. Lord Byron, when Lord Byron died in Greece whilst helping them gain independence, he was brought back to be buried in St Mary's churchyard in Hockley. I know about that. The day before the burial, the body was housed in Blackmore's Head on the corner of Pelham Street for people to pay their respects. All right. So he was housed just here, because this is the corner of Pelham Street. By the way, this camera shop has been here pretty much all my life. It's been here for many, many years. 48 years, the man just told me this has been here. London Camera Exchange. Wow. Zara. Guess who worked in here? My sister Teresa, rest in peace as well. She worked in there. But it wasn't called Sarah when she was there. It was a different shop. But she definitely worked in this building. I believe this building's got some connections with Boots as well. This one. The little market thing there. Fruit and veg. That's been there for donkeys as well. And I believe that shop was called, where my sister worked, it was called Jigsaw back in the day. Jigsaw. In fact, here in the square there's a lot of buildings of wasnt 𝐓𝐶𝐈𝐒, by the way. I'm going to cut through the exchange. I'm going to show you this. Look, you will see here how old this is. Exchange buildings. There's a lot of history behind here as well. And it is a very beautiful building there. It says Exchange Buildings North. It's an absolutely incredible one inside. Just have a look at this. Wow. That's something else. Look at that. Stunning architecture. Nottingham has got so much of it. One hell of a building, isn't it? And in there is the council officers. Birth certificates, marriage certificates, all the rest of it. Look at that. That is something else. My dad often told me that he liked coming here. In fact, at the top of here, on the left-hand side, used to be an old tobacconist shop. I don't know if it's there anymore. But my father used to get his pipes from there. We're coming this way on purpose because we're entering the French quarter, the French zone, the French area from the English area. Look at that. How about that, what I've just been? Here on this site stood the birthplace of 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒, poet. Born March 21st, 1785. Wow. They're just here. But I've cut through here on purpose to show you another old hotel. Ye Flying Horse. Another absolutely stunning building. My father used to show me a lot about the old history of places. That's probably why I like history myself now. The Flying Horse Walk. That was called the Flying Horse because of that old hotel there. But through there he used to go to a shop, delicatessen shop. They used to be through there. But anyway, we are in now the crossover between the English Quarter and the French Quarter. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show my wife where my dad used to go to listen to jazz, which is a really old pub. Had to be done. We're going to the Bell Inn, which is over there, where my dad used to enjoy coming to listen to jazz. That's more or less the site, by the way, behind where this bus is coming now. That's more or less the site where the old monastery was. But here we have it, the Bell Inn, built on top of caves. Nottingham's oldest inn. There's the bell at the top. There's actually a thing in here where you can see the cave underneath. Look at that, it says it there. 1437. And here we have it again. Lord Byron, who would have visited this fine pub, was troubled by the poverty he saw in the 19th century. And by the way, guys, we're right in the French corner now, right on the edge of the French corner. So for me, I've got to say to you, bienvenue. Ici à Nottingham. C'est le Bell Inn. On y va. Also, by the way, my father used to go there because that used to be, just there was his bank, Lloyd's Bank. Look at all this, man. There's old stuff here. Wow. 1437, it says it right there. That's how old it is where we are. But my dad loved his history. That's why he come to historic places. Some nice little rooms in here, whether we can go in them or not. Yeah, we can. Look at that. Let's go in there. You can go in. Lots of history. Another little room there. Beautiful. Look, an old door would have been here. Look at that. Says it again. The Bell Inn. And we used to listen to jazz here. Beautiful. Look, I'll show you something. Look. 13th century well shaft leading to the cellar caves. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Look how deep it is. That's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, we have it, see? A group of Carmelite friars arrived in Nottingham in 1276. I'll let you read that in your own time. And that part up there is where we used to listen to jazz with my dad. He loved his jazz. One of the things my dad used to eat and love was mussels and fries. And have a guess, it's on today on the specials. Happy birthday, Dad. In memory of my father, who loved mussels with chips. And it's very common, by the way, if you didn't know, in Brussels, in Belgium.
Red onion salad.
Lovely jubbly. Rest in peace, Papa. Mussels. Mmm. Lovely. Mmm. Très bien. We're in the French Quarter. Très bien. I'd say I enjoyed that. Sam's watching me because she thinks I'm going to be ill later. Anyway, just found this, guys. This one's closed. What does that mean? It means don't eat it. Oh, God. I was going to say, who are you? You look like me. Yeah, you look very like me, actually. Can't be. You can't be me. You look really fat. That's not very nice, is it? The old room, look at that. I thought I'd have a nosy in there. There's another old room here we used to go to. Look at this one. Another old room, look at that. That's beautiful. I remember that back in the day we used to come in here. Anyway, let's go. Adios, Papa. Or shall I say au revoir, because we're in the French Quarter. Merci beaucoup. And we're heading back out of Nottingham.